God damn, I almost fell asleep. Alright, oh, I just realized Biggie ain't here. I'm about to holler at him later.
Yeah, he dropped by the stream the other day.
Hey, what did he tell you?
Yeah, he told me he's working. I asked him.
I'm gonna need some relaying of messaging. Any old way. First things first, first order of business. I definitely gotta play a little bit of Meek, at least 15 seconds, because Meek Mill is now officially a free man. And damn, it feels like a good, like a long ass time. And granted, I'm not the biggest Meek fan. I don't know shit about Meek too damn much, but I do fuck with Dreams and Nightmares. So, being as how the brother is free, and I got more details on the case itself that, you know, what has happened or whatever. Yeah, I can see why everybody was saying free Meek, and I understand at this point. So, but she don't ride like my ghost. Alright, that's how y'all getting it. All you getting is 15 seconds, because you two gonna fuck around and immediately block my shit worldwide. But we start a podcast at least 9 minutes late. You know, that ain't too bad considering, you know, being on Supreme Black People Time, which would be a whole 30 minutes to an hour. But let's go ahead and get into business. This is Run Those Games podcast, episode 11. You gotta excuse me, I am a little bit tired. Brother been out here working out here in these streets, feel what I'm saying? And I got my co-host with the most, homie, Eric Rain. Biggie is out here working as usual, getting that money. Shout out to the homie. Eric, go ahead and introduce yourself, my brother.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Eric Rain, a.k.a. Mr. Eric Rain.
Word. Okay, first things first.
I'm ready for this.
Let's go ahead and talk about Nintendo could do whatever the hell they want to news.
That's what I want to talk about.
Let's go ahead and jump head up into it because we got a few topics that we're going to touch on today. But let's go and talk about the Nintendo Labo. Now, Eric was the one who actually told me about this. I knew about it because of the GMG podcast. Shout out to GMG. But I wasn't really paying attention to it because, like, most of y'all know I'm not a huge Nintendo guy. I didn't grow up playing Nintendo. I grew up playing Sega and, you know, Sony and shit like that. But when I got wind or fully did like a little bit more research on the Labo, yo, Nintendo can do whatever the fuck they want. Eric, go ahead and explain it, bro.
Oh, I was at GameStop for the God of War release, right? And I'm looking like, what the hell is this Nintendo Labo shit? And I looked at it, yo, it's cardboard.
Yep.
I'm not calling them Nintendo no more. They are the ultimate hustlers. These fools is selling cardboard to kids, and you know they buying it up.
That's day one right there for a lot of people. The crazy thing about this is the fact that yes, Nintendo is selling, you know, cardboard, like flat out cardboard. Like I'm gonna show y'all some pictures of this shit. But
my youngest son can make this shit.
Yeah, well, the thing about it, because I actually read a review on it, they were saying that the Labo does take some type of patience. That was the keyword that was highlighted in the review. I read that the thing it requires a lot of patience. But this one makes me laugh. We get pissed off when, you know, company like people got pissed off when Nintendo like sold a DS without the charger or whatever, because they assumed everybody who had a DS or bought a DS already had the charger with them or whatever, right? People got pissed off when they made different iterations of the Nintendo Wii, which, you know, shocked the world. People got pissed off that the Wii U was not the success that, you know, would live off the Wii. But Nintendo came out with the Switch, everybody's happy, and then they sell cardboard and I don't see any type of outrage, outcry, nothing. I see people like, oh, that's pretty cool. And here's the fucked up part about it. After reading the review via Polygon, the Labo is like a dope concept, but the fact that it's fucking cardboard just makes it
cardboard. No, man. This ain't nothing. And I know Nintendo is the king of the accessories, but come on, man. This is going a little too far. You know this shit is going to sell out.
Well, the fact of the matter is, it's not the fact that it is not going to sell. It's Nintendo. This is what it looks like. This is what the box looks like. The fact of the matter is that Nintendo has a good concept. They're trying to do the virtual reality thing, but like giving us like the sample taste, but making it so menial with cardboard that people are gonna be more pissed about the cardboard than the concept itself. Because the concept itself is pretty damn dope, but the fact that it's cardboard is like, bruh, I could get an Amazon box and do half of this shit. Because I'm about to show y'all this. They actually have like a full-fledged robot cardboard suit. They have a damn cardboard like handlebar bike thing. They have a fucking cardboard like guns. This shit is
what if it gets wet? What if you drop some drink on it or something?
I mean, then at that point it's a GG, and you just gonna have to hold that L. And the thing about it is that this is meant for kids. Like, this is not meant for grown ass adults. Okay, so yeah, this is Nintendo Labo right here. This right here is what you're looking at. So as you can see, it has different like little things that like accessories. It has like little see-through thing. There's a bunch of different things about this Labo, and here's a cool part though. So the Labo has two different forms. It has the variety pack, which has all of these in it. Then it has the robot pack, and the robot kit is this huge fucking. It looks uncomfortable. I'm actually about to show y'all the screen.
It looks like you have a mech suit on from a game.
Like the innovation of it is interesting. Like, look at this. Hold up. Booyah. Look at the fucking just look at the like how it looked kind of crude. I don't even know how else to say it. But you see, like, my man's feet is fucking like tied down to some strings, and then it has like a little Joy-Con right here. It seems like the concept of the Labo is all right. Like, I see what they're trying to do.
No, check this out though. There's also a headpiece with a visor, but there's nothing in it. It's literally just an outline of a visor.
Like I said, the concept itself is interesting because it seems like they're trying to do this whole what's that shit called? A VR type thing. Because people have been asking for like VR to be fully inclusive. I want the arms, the legs, and all that. And it seems like Nintendo wants to do it, but I'm gonna have to agree with what Viv Boss is saying. That says it looks like a damn kindergarten art project. That's the problem with this shit. Because it was actually some more bread put into this. Like, it was some type of, I don't know, plastic or some type of shit that like made it seem more justifiable. I'm pretty sure it wouldn't be as goofy. What up, Angelica?
It don't need to have any plastic or nothing, because it's just like the dude who invented the pet rock. It's gonna sell hot and that shit's gonna die.
Wait, that was a real thing? Hold up. We ain't finna speed past that. The pet rock was a real thing?
Yeah, I got a couple years on you, man. Yeah, pet rock was a real thing.
Yo, hold up. Hey, yo, podcast, my people in the Woo family, we gonna do some research right now, cause I don't believe this shit. I don't believe this shit. You can't be fucking serious. Yo, hold up. Stream for my podcast viewers who are podcast listeners who are gonna listen to this shit, via SoundCloud. It is a real thing. The pet fucking rock. Niggas bought rocks, fam. Not even crack rocks. I hate to say drug use, but at least a crack rock, you're getting something out of it. It's a fucking rock! Okay.
People come up with the most craziest ideas. They make tons of money off that, and that shit dies. Everything is a fad. This shit is going to be a fad. This shit going to be hot for the Nintendo streamers, and once that shit dies out, it's dead.
Oh my Lord in heaven. But what's happening with everybody in the chat? But Nintendo's definitely gonna make that bread, because let's not sit there like Nintendo does not get away with flat out murder. Like Nintendo can sell niggas a console with no games, no controller, and people will still buy that shit. They will still buy that shit.
Look at the Wii U when it came out with the motion controllers. PlayStation Move came out. The Xbox Connect came out. Nintendo is the forefront of accessories and innovation when it comes to add-ons to their fucking system.
And they sell. And they sell well. That's the thing. Like, it's not like they fully fucking tank and Nintendo's about to go bankrupt. Let's not get a mistake. Nintendo got billions. But it's like they do some goofy shit that we all object, that a lot of people object, or some people object. but it's still like the numbers say otherwise. Like we can sit here and talk about how weird it looks, how trash it might be, how how much of a quick cash grab it might be, but it's still gonna do those numbers. And I guarantee you, like Eric just said, we might see a trend with this shit that happens with Sony and Microsoft. They might be like, hey, Nintendo's doing that shit. Let's not call it the Kinect. Let's call it like fucking Microsoft Move or some crazy shit like that, where it's might have these accessories. And then Sony might be like, instead of, we got the whole VR headset thing, let's go ahead and add to them like VR full body. You can see this happening because history tends to repeat itself. That's the thing.
Full PlayStation experience or some shit.
Yeah, like same. Like I don't want to draw a full core. Actually, I'm gonna do it anyways. Fuck what I want to do. Like look like this. T-Mobile used to have unlimited like messaging and all that shit, right? But it wasn't truly unlimited. Then they had another plan called Truly Fucking Unlimited, which gave you the limited shit that you were supposed to get previously. Same goddamn concept. And that's what these companies are going to start doing. If this shit does the way it should do, because, we're not going to sit there like, kids are not going to see the commercials and bug their parents up and down no matter how much, because kids don't have full-on logic. They don't. They just fucking don't. They see the Nintendo Labo thing. They see the logo. They see the branding.
No. They see kids in the commercials around their age playing with it, and they want to get it too.
Thank God my nieces and nephews ain't into that shit. But they gonna see, kids having fun with this on the commercials and shit like that. They're gonna be like, oh, I can do all this if I get the Labo. I already have the Nintendo Switch, blah-de-blah-de-blah, or whatever, right? Meanwhile, parents, or uncles in my case, are gonna try to speak some logic. Nigga, I can make you this. Like, I buy shit off Amazon almost every week. I got bigger boxes than this Nintendo shit, and we can get it popping.
The cold thing about it is my 12-year-old said that shit. My 12-year-old was like, yo, Dad, I can make this. That's crazy. That's cardboard. Because my son, he loves crafting and all that shit. He was like, I can make that myself.
I'm saying, like, this could spark creativity. This could. I try to look at the positives and negatives about this shit. Positives. It could lead into an innovation of gaming. Of some way, shape, or form when it comes to VR. Another positive. It might spark creativity for kids to do more shit with their hands. Although it says that they want parents to do this, let's keep it 100. Kids want to try this shit out too. But
this is marketing for kids. This ain't marketing for parents.
Like
the kids ain't got the money.
Like, look at this. Like, this is what the Labo thing looks like. Let me put it up on my face cam. This is the essence of it. Like, you see like the little cardboard. Here's like the little Joy-Cons. I keep forgetting the names of it. Like, here's like the gun thing. Here's like a little cart. It seems cool in essence, but I don't think the execution is all the way there. He said, if I ever find out people finna be out there gaming in cardboard boxes, they getting this L. Hey, yo. Hey, boss, I feels you on that. But here's the thing. This is going to do numbers on YouTube, because people are going to want to see Nintendo Labo playthroughs, Nintendo Labo gameplay. It's going to do numbers. It is flat out. It's going to do
these Nintendo
numbers.
Streamers, these Nintendo YouTubers, Nintendo are gonna ship that shit to them so quick. The ones that have the sub count.
Oh yeah. Come on, show why this is cool. Like, this is definitely gonna do numbers across all boards. But to Eric's point, it's probably not gonna last long. It's gonna be a fad. It's gonna be on for like 1 to 2 months. It's not gonna have that Nintendo Wii success.
What does last long in gaming? Let's be real.
Fortnite.
We're on our fourth PlayStation.
Yeah, we're talking about consoles.
I know, but I'm just saying we're on a Nintendo Switch now. Because when I got the Wii U, the Wii for my kids, I thought it was a shit.
Yeah,
that's what I like about Nintendo. They are out there getting kids to be more mobile with their games instead of just sitting down in front of a screen.
So it's okay. So it's like a reinforced cardboard. It's not all flimsy, but it is reinforced. But there are thin pieces because you have to connect it. It's like what was that?
In there, I think there's wires in there too.
Yeah, there's wires and shit. But like, what was that fucking toy that had that? I'm trying to remember. I can't remember. There's some toy that had like, you connected like little pieces of it, and not like, it's kind of like Legos but with cardboard and not as cool.
I think I know what you're talking about, but the name escapes me.
Yeah, it's like on the tip of my tongue. So I remember actually playing with it at one point, but that's kind of the whole Nintendo Labo thing. Hopefully, this might spark some more innovation in the industry, because that's what Nintendo's actually really good at. All jokes and bullshit aside, Nintendo is good at sparking creativity. Because Nintendo does some far left shit that people don't agree with, or they're not ready for, and then you see companies start mimicking that shit. And they're like,
Here's the thing with Nintendo. Why Nintendo is so successful, they take chances.
Yep.
If it's a W or L, they still take that chance.
They jump out the window. They're like, "Fuck it, we Nintendo."
This is out the car door at 85 miles an hour,
and they don't care. They're like, they gonna buy the shit, and we gonna see what happens. And I guarantee if it's successful, they're gonna have Labo 2, and it's gonna be like a better quality, better games for it. Cause also I forgot to mention, when you buy this Labo, it comes with a cartridge that you put in the Switch that gives you like step-by-step instructions. I will give them that. They should give you step-by-step instructions in the 21st century way. Because they could have done it, because I bought a tripod recently, and they could have done it the old-fashioned way with the paper and things like that. That's actually like an intuitive thing where you scroll through and you can like lift up your Switch and like try to get like a better view of the camera angles and things like that. I'll give Nintendo that. So I see what they doing. It's just that the execution ain't resonated with your boy yet. But who knows? Some years down the line, this might be successful and they might find a way to make a further impact or further ripple in gaming. Hopefully they figure it out, and hopefully, we get closer to full VR, because I'm not buying a VR headset if I'm not fully believing it.
The VR I want to lay down in the chair and be in the damn game. That's what I'm buying. I want to be in Resident Evil myself, running around shooting zombies.
That would be fun. I remember this is actually on the topic of VR, but I remember I read this article that was talking about this small company that's actually trying to incorporate VR like with first-person shooters. And here's the dope part. So like you put on like this vest or whatever, right? And like you like have the gun you're playing, but like when you get shot and die, you feel like the thing hit your chest. That's fire, but I can see how somebody would
that's like laser tag, right?
Well, laser tag is shakes, but like this is like an actual like thud. Like you feel like somebody's like hitting you in your chest type shit.
Like trying to be in pain while playing a game. I already hurt my hand slamming my fist against the desk on Fortnite the other day.
I can see how lit this would be, but I can see how bad this can be as far as like people with heart issues and things like that. Like, oh, I want to play, and then they get shot, and all of a sudden, heart attack. But that's just some shit that I should remember.
I don't think it'll be so much of an impact because kids gonna want to do that too.
You're right, but kids is hard headed, and there might be levels to it. That's a
lawsuit. That's a lawsuit waiting to happen.
There's always a lawsuit waiting to happen in gaming. But let's go ahead and get on to the next order of business. 2K supposedly cares about the community now. Okay, so for those of you who do not know, I like to inform y'all, because not everybody's a 2K gamer, not everybody plays sports games, period. And I respect that. But for those of you who are unaware, 2K is infamous in the last, I play say 4 to 5 years, roughly, for completely and totally ignoring their consumers and their fan base as far as, what are they called? Gaming influencers, content creators, things of that sort. And it's people who play the game on a casual level who have, like, legitimate issues with it. We see, the VC thing becoming a reoccurring issue. We see, glitches, players being overpowered, things about that, and the whole nine. And we can say all we want, but they're still making this money. But here is the interesting thing. Not Nintendo. 2K has apparently put out this tweet or this survey that basically asks, why did you stop playing 2K? And a few of, my partners in this 2K shit, shout out to the homie Phantom and the homie IKC, made videos about this, talking about it. Now, if I could find the correct video, here we go. And they basically say that like the bunch of options is like, the game got too repetitive, the game did this, the game did that. I started playing Fortnite, which to me is comical, because it's like that another game took that spot from you. You feel what I'm saying? So here we go. This is the
community now.
Yeah, it looks like they're listening to the community, but like the homie boss in the chat says, 2K don't care about nothing but making money. While this is true,
every gaming company.
This is true, and I must say it is every gaming company, because at the end of the day, they're a company that need to worry about the bottom line. But if you're not fully at least adhering to some of the critiques that you're getting, you're gonna lose that money. Like, you're gonna not be as relevant, especially. And I'm going to keep saying this, when Live becomes a better competitor. Bars, low key. But when Live becomes a competitor that 2K needs, they're going to listen. Because Live is actually started listening, or is listening to what we are saying. Like, better animations, better gameplay, better cameras, better player models, you know, different builds, in-depth story. Like, you don't think they're gonna put that into 2K in Live 19? They need to pay attention, because 2K is on their high horse the same way that you know, Microsoft was, and now look at Microsoft, and then look at Sony. Same shit happens. But as you can see, it says why
pooch on the Xbox launch though.
Oh god, they shot themselves all the way in the face. But as you can see, it says why you stop playing 2K18. Select all that apply, right? It says I started playing NBA Live 18, which is facts. It was too time consuming and costly to progress in my career. Facts. I got bored with the game. I didn't get bored. It was just mostly 4 of these or whatever. I accomplished all my goals in the game. The game is too difficult. I started playing Fortnite. I have not had the time or desire to play video games. I started playing another game. I lost interest in the NBA season and other reasons. Shout out to the homie Phantom, by the way. But yeah. So as you can see, 2K is like, so why did you stop playing the game? Because a lot of us know that the 2K community and 2K as a whole is not completely dead. Let's not get that fucked up. It's not dead, but it's not as relevant or as popular as it is now. Because let's keep it 100. Fortnite is destroying almost every game as far as popularity goes. People are talking about Fortnite, tweeting it, streaming it. Motherfuckers have made successful YouTube careers and streaming careers based off of Fortnite alone. Same way that 2K was doing it.
But when Fortnite dies out, then what's going to happen?
But the thing about Fortnite, it's going to take a long time for that game to die out. It's not going to die anytime soon because they're always doing conspiracy theories. They're doing updates.
Weeks need to go.
The fact of the matter is they're staying on. The thing between like a Fortnite and other games is that Fortnite is free to play. That's the biggest thing. It's free to play, so everybody has the opportunity to play. They don't have to put no money in it. They stay on top of it with constant maintenance. The microtransactions are completely optional, nowhere near obligated. Just make your character looks cool or whatever, right? It's cross-platform. Across PS4 and PC. I'm not sure about Xbox yet. I'm going to have to do some more research on that. Fortnite has
I'm glad you said that because I want to go adjust my sensitivity, and I'm looking at keyboard sensitivity, mouse sensitivity. I'm like, I'm playing on console. What is this shit?
Exactly. Like Fortnite is crossing all different genres and consoles, and above all, it's free to play. You can't lose when your game is free to play and it's good. If your game is free to play and it's trash, then it's like, it's free to play, whatever. But the fact that this game is free to play and good puts on a whole different tier compared to a 2K. Because you can ask anybody in the chat.
Booty cheeks.
Exactly. Like, because I gotten used to their grind set 6. See, like, people will become so, what's that, institutionalized? I forgot the other word for it, but they become so used to like the 2K bullshit that they just become stuck in their ways. But the fact that 2K put out this survey and it's like, hey, why you stop playing our game? We want to know. It is kind of like, okay, you have some interest, but at the same time, I have to agree with the Vit boss in the chat, where it's kind of like, you don't just care about this money. But my whole thing is, if you give me this half fucking way, and just make it fair, the grind fair, to the point where we get our bonuses back for playing on a hard difficulty and shit like that. You keep that same grind there. You make the game fun, and while I would love to live in a world where 2K and Live could get glitches and shit like that, down packed to where there's not as many glitches and bugs with warping through people, bump steals, things like that. That'd be unexplainable. But desensitized. There we go. Thank you. But if 2K gets me just halfway and make the grind fair, get most of the glitches out, like the exploits and shit like that out, most of them, because all of them, people gonna find a way to cheat. Just facts. But they can find a way to get it halfway right, or most of like more good than evil, then people will be okay with it and I'd be okay with it. I've already said I'm not buying 2K19. Only way I'm getting that shit, y'all gonna see me streaming on my channel, is if somebody else buys it for me. And when that happens, I'm going to film that shit. Like, I didn't fucking buy this. I'm not buying this. I'm not supporting it. If you want 2K to listen, this survey is one thing, but you have to vote with your wallet. You have to be like, I'm not fucking supporting it. I'm not supporting it. Once you start supporting it, that's when they really start paying attention. That's when they really start listening, because they want that bread. They want our hard-earned money, so they need to work for it.
But every game does have this loyalists that will play and get everything, regardless of how bad the game is or whatever. They're just so used to playing the game. It's kind of like COD. It's the same thing as COD.
You're so accustomed to, you don't want to go anywhere.
Yeah, exact Activision, but they too damn stuck up to be like, what's wrong with our game? Give us some input. Nah, they like, y'all gonna take this D and just give us your money.
Facts. Live became my game once I realized they reward actual skill. That's the best thing about Live that a lot of people sleep on. People are like, oh, Live is trash. Live is trash. It ain't 2K. It's not supposed to be, you dumb motherfucker. That's like me saying Battlefield is not COD. It's not fucking supposed to be. They're two different games.
People, they compare it because it's the same type of game. It's a sports game. It's a shooter. So, of course, you know, it's just like you got the Battlefield guys like, oh, Battlefield's better than COD. You got the COD guys, Battlefield better than COD. Who cares? Just play your damn game and shut up.
My whole thing is it's not supposed to. They could both exist and both be excellent games. At the end of the day, they could both be good in their own right. Like Live, I will argue with this about anybody. Live has the better court layout bar fucking none. 2K feels like I'm playing on a half court, and Live feels like I'm playing on a full court. Live has the better spacing and the better like floor layout, where 2K feels really tiny and really compact. Is not even debatable about this. But where 2K shines is, although it's debatable and arguable, is the gameplay. 2K is still a whole lot more smoother, even though with all the bullshit that is in the game, it's still a whole lot more of a smoother experience than a Live. Live still feels kind of clunky and robotic, and that's where it can improve on, and then become a competitor with 2K. Because Live rewards skill. Like, even though it does have its cheese when you play online, if you want to progress, you have to play the game. You can't buy microtransactions. You can't buy skill points and upgrade your player. You have to play the game and level up accordingly. That's the thing. That's the beauty of Live, and that's what people sleep on. They're like, oh, I have to play the game. I can't just buy it? No, nigga, play it and learn it. Like,
that's what sucks about gaming today. Nobody wants to put the effort in. They can buy attributes and all this other stuff to make their character better. They'll do that shit. What fun is that?
And the argument that people come up with is like, oh, well, people don't have time. Well, then this isn't the fucking hobby for you. Point blank period. If you have to sit there and spend the money that you are earning into the game that you bought and to further progress your game to keep up with those who are gaming, then maybe you shouldn't be buying those type of games. If you can't put the time so you can actually enjoy the grind and enjoy the build, because that's the most fun part, is grinding. That first time you start grinding for a game is enjoyable, because once you get to that level where you can't be fucked with, that's like setting a goal for like your realistic, like say you want to lose weight and you lose that weight because you remember that grind, that grit, that hunger. That's a good feeling, but people don't want that. They want that quick shit, and that's the thing about these microtransactions in game and in-game purchases to upgrade the player. It's that instant gratification.
Something to say about that. Let's say so. You don't want to put the grind in, right? Because you don't have time, but you can pay to upgrade your player. So when your player is maxed, where you whooping on everybody, do you have time to play then? What's the difference? I don't see the difference.
And even then, it's not a fun experience. Like when you start out already strong as shit, that's not fun. Like. You don't learn anything. Yeah, you don't learn anything by starting out a 99 overall. You don't. You're like, okay, I have all the skills, attributes, and I'm okay. I'm good apparently. Like I've told y'all this shit. Back when I was like I think the highest I got on 2K18 before I traded. Actually, when I gave it to my homegirl Adriana, shout out to Adriana. I think I got to like an 83 or 85, and I lost to a fucking team of 67s because they were just better. Like, flat out, they were just better at the game. And was I mad? Of course I was mad because I fucking lost. But when you, like, sit back after the loss, you're like, them niggas were just good. Like, they understood the pick and roll. They understood the pick and pop. They knew how to switch off a fucking defense and shit like that. And granted, my team was full of paint drinkers, but that's besides the point. It's still some of that drinkers. It's still that refreshing feeling that you play somebody with actual skill. But I do remember, I agree with DeSavion. He said, I remember when we had 2 football games, one for 2K and one from EA. Thing about it, EA got the licensing from the NFL, and that's when they became the official, sports game. But there could always be that sports game that, kind of twist the logos and things like that. Everybody thought that was going to be Joe Montana. I'm sorry, Chase, but everybody thought it was going to be Joe Montana. There's, I think, is there a rumor to be another football game? Not to my knowledge, but there's always rumors of football games coming out. And they could do it. They just can't be the same exact teams. You can't have like a Pittsburgh Steelers, a Arizona Cardinals, a Philadelphia Eagles. You could change that shit and just like go inner city. Like fucking, like, I don't know, Phoenix Ravens or some shit like that. Or Phoenix Firecrackers or fucking,
Phoenix.
Fucking Florida Seahawks or I don't know, just some shit. I can't think of no animals off the top of my head. But you can go with some different shit and just have a solid game and it'll be that fun gameplay. And then here's where you can really flip the script on it. You could have people put that on PC where they can mod, players into it, and then you're good because it's a mod. It's optional to download it. You see what I'm saying? But college football game got announced for 2020 a few years ago. It's unlicensed though. Shit. Here's the problem with college, and I really hate talking about this. I wish I had Trey on the podcast because he could explain a little bit more too. Think about college sports and things of that sort. As far as the games go, they were fun. As far as for me, because I love playing with the mascots, that was the most enjoyable thing. Playing as the Tar Heels against the fucking Longhorns was thoroughly enjoyable. But they're not doing that until they find a way to pay the players, and they don't want to pay the players. Although it is like $1 billion industry, I think college football is, or college athletic is. Like, they bring in money. Like, if you watch the damn the scrimmages, the stands are packed with people, and those aren't all students. Those are regular people trying to watch the fucking football game. Anytime you can't give these players some type of wage, and I'm not saying you need to pay everybody the same, because there are the stars of the team, there are like the bench warmers, things like that. But there should be something comparable for them playing, because for all they know, they're trying to make to the next level, NFL or overseas or whatever. But that can all be washed away in one play. Anytime they can't be compensated for their time that they're putting in there right now, that's just one of my personal pet peeves. But on to more impressing news. J. Cole's new album, K.O.D. Gotta say it. It's a dope album. I do fucks with it. I've listened to it at least 7 to 8 times. Just to get like an overall feel for it. You feel what I'm saying? Kool-Aid, I'm pulling up on you, my brother. The album is not trash. The album is solid. It has a good message. The problem that this album suffers, in my humble opinion, is that the album does not have enough beats to keep people fully interested and intrigued with it. That's just my opinion. I'm a person who's all about lyrics first. Give me the bars. Fuck the beat. Give me the bars first, and then the beat. And this,
I'm the other way around. I like the beat first, but see, I don't listen to music anymore because to me, music has decayed so much in the past couple years. I just stick to the old school stuff, and if I might hear 1 or 2 songs that's like new that might catch my attention, but like album wise, nah.
So did you listen to it?
No, I didn't listen to it.
I'm gonna need you to listen to that J. Cole, cause you say you listen to old school and whatnot. Thing about old school, they had a message or they had some type of lyricism or something. This album, it has the solid message. I mean, the album itself has like 4 different meanings itself. Like the whole KOD thing. It's like the king of drugs or whatever, or some shit. Like it has like 4 different meanings, and the album art itself is actually intriguing because it shows what's being talked about in in modern society as far as music goes. I take pills, I do coke, I drink lean, blase, blase, blah. And the album art itself, actually, I'm about to pull this shit up on the stream right now.
That's what he was saying in the album?
Like, that's what he's basically talking about. He's all like, all these motherfuckers is talking about all this shit, and
I get what you're saying.
Like,
yeah, exactly.
Like, it's a very dope album.
Rich, I fuck bitches. I got more money than everybody. I'm the hardest nigga in the world. I'm tired of hearing that. Tired of hearing it.
I like people flexing more than anything as far as like their elite level of skills. Like, there's no way you could out rap me. But yeah, if you could look at the stream, the stream. This is the front album portion of it, right? As you can see, it's J. Cole. He has like the little king crown or whatever, and king shit. But as you can see, each type of level has a different version of like a vice. So it has weed, lean, coke, pills, and then they're all dying. Then it has, my man's on the back with the pills and shit like that. The lean, the weed, and all those things. Now, y'all know my stance on weed. Until I meet a violent pothead, then I'll change my stance. But that's besides the point. I just find this entire album interesting because it has a message. And this is what kills me about this shit. I hate when people complain about, music being oversaturated, with a little this, a little that. Turn up. And then when an album is finally released that has, not even a turn up vibe, but like a listen to this message type vibe, they shit on it. Oh, it's trash. I ain't trying to hear that shit. I ain't trying to think. It ain't got enough hot beats on it, this, that, and the third. It's like you
I'm
mom.
not trying to think.
It's like that's a real thing. I'm not even bullshitting you. But
You a fool for that one.
you think look on Twitter about some of these reviews that people are like.
No, I got you.
Oh,
No, I totally agree with you. No, I said, but you a fool for saying it. I ain't saying you're wrong, but you a fool for saying it because that's actually.
I have seen this.
People don't want to think.
I have seen
they don't
this.
want to think.
I heard it at work. This was the fucked up part. When I'm at work, I still like with my group of people in the morning, eat my breakfast for first break and things like that. And they're talking about the album because, it got released on Friday. So, they're talking about it. What do you think about it? This and third. I'm like, it's a dope album, but I can't give it my full, complete thoughts. So I get like a few listens through. You feel what I'm saying? And then one dude who was at my table was all like, I didn't really like, it was just like, he was like, kind of like on his, for your eyes only, like he's just trying to, just spit a message. I ain't trying to think like, I'm trying to turn up. I'm like, then why the fuck are you listening to J. Cole? Like, did you not notice a growth since he first started? Like, dog, from Forest Hills Drive even had songs that had a message on the shit. Like, while people might not all like For Your Eyes Only, although it was a album in ode to his homeboy who got killed, it still had 3 solid songs, in my opinion, with For Whom the Bell Tolls, Immortal, and Neighbors. Those are my 3 favorite songs on that album. You feel what I'm saying? This album continues with a solid message. It's like people, this is what I don't get. Hip-hop, once upon a time, used to be a place where people got the message from the streets and from people who are actually going through shit and to inform you and tell you some shit. You feel what I'm saying? Now it seems like people are trying to use that shit as an escape from bullshit, although they stay hip on bullshit so they don't get bamboozled. I don't get it. You used to go to, a Rakim, a Tupac, a Biggie. I hate to use those examples and shit like that because, so cliched. Or, fuck it, a Jay-Z, because you don't hear his name enough, in my opinion, at least in my group. And you would hear about, the hustler story or whatever, you feel what I'm saying? You would hear about, how to say about your wits. 444. Jay-Z said, you can call me bougie, that may be fine, but I'm trying to give you $1 million game for $9.99. Like, come the fuck on! Like, they're trying to put you on game and y'all complaining about beats? Y'all complaining because they're being too conscious? Because they trying to tell you to not be ignorant? Why is that so hard? Why do people just want to be stupid? I don't get it. Ignorance might...
That's the way it is. Ignorance is more easy to do to actually put your mind in something positive. That's just the way it is.
Like, I don't get it. Like, why is this... Like, ignorance might be bliss in certain aspects of life. Like, something... Like, I'll tell y'all some real shit. I'm actually not even that savvy on politics, things like that, because it's so complicated and so annoying that I just try to stay on a good and evil basis. Is it good or is it evil? Just that easy. But if somebody tells you some shit about it, I'm a listening, try to understand it or whatnot. Because I don't want to be completely ignorant. So, like, if I'm having a conversation, with some people at work and they're talking about policies and shit like that, I'm going to ask them, what exactly are you talking about? I don't understand what you're saying. And they'll explain it to me because I don't want to be ignorant when I'm asked this type of question. And then when people are, trying to give you some knowledge and flat out knowledge, you're like, I don't want to say that shit. I want to be dumb. Why the fuck do y'all want to be dumb so bad? Like,
it's not that because, like, I remember I was watching a documentary on Nazis one day. My brother came in. He was like, what the hell are you watching that for? I said, yo, man, I like to learn as much as I can about everything I can learn. So if something comes up, I won't sound like a dumbass when the subject comes up. I tell my kids this all the time. A fool is the one who does not know what he's talking about, but still continues to talk. See, people...
They talk the loudest.
They talk just the loudest. Like, it's so good to listen to people, especially older people that has been through it, to get that knowledge and get that game from them so you don't make the same mistakes. But people don't want to, in this day and age, people don't want to be told nothing. They just want to do what the hell they want to do. They want to come up with their own conclusions. They want to make up their mind. It's their way or the highway. And that's why all these fools out here be falling on their face.
This is why I love listening to the Brilliance Idiot podcast and a whole bunch of other podcasts. I will always quote Charlamagne the God because that's a smart brother right there. And he always says... And he always quotes the shit like a lot of time. He says, a smart man learns from his own mistakes. A wise man learns from the mistakes of others. That's why you need to listen when these people are telling you, hey, yo, don't do this. Don't do that. Move this way. Because they've been through some shit. Like, whenever somebody fucks up royally or fucks up and they tell me, hey, yo, don't do this. Move this way. Things of that sort. I listen. Because I don't want to make that mistake and end up fucking up.
is the main reason why people don't listen, because you can tell somebody to move this way, do that. You know what they're gonna say? They won't do that shit to me. I bet they won't do that shit to me. And there it is right there.
It's that illusion of invincibility. It's that illusion.
They won't do that shit to me. I don't play that shit. I like to see them try it.
Everybody is touchable. Everybody's touchable. Nobody, and that's physically, emotionally, and mentally. Anybody's touchable. You're not perfect. That's fact of the matter. You're not perfect. So it's okay to admit when you don't know something. It's okay to want to learn. I think the bigger picture and my bigger issue with, you know, people criticizing this album saying it's trash, too conscious, is like they're so scared to know, and they want to seem like they know everything, that when somebody says, hey, move nice. Like, he has a song called Kevin's Heart, which literally, I'm not gonna say which literally talks about Kevin's cheating thing or whatever thing, even though he has him in the video. It says, like, it literally talks about, you know, you have a good thing at home, but you're gonna fuck it up for some quick head and things of that sort. Like, it's like he's trying to tell you cheating ain't cool. Like, if you don't be single, be fucking single. Don't have no side piece on the side when you got a whole wife at the crib. Like, it makes zero sense to me that you choose to be dumb. Like, I get it. I get with the whole idea of if you're woke all the time, and I hate the term woke, but if you're aware of so much shit that's going on all the time, you're going to be miserable. I fully understand that, because there's so much evil and just so much like bullshit in the air, and that what happens in the world, it could make you go insane, it could make you sad, it could make you depressed, whatever, because you're always thinking about it. But don't be ignorant to certain situations that could enlighten you or help you move in a certain way that's more positive than what you might have been doing before. Don't be closed-minded to new ideas, things like that. It's okay to have an objective mindset that makes sense, but don't call an album trash because it's making you think. Because a mind is a terrible thing to waste. Contrary to popular belief, these computers and shit is nothing to the human brain. It ain't shit on it.
And this is the thing: if you don't like something, shit on as it's trash for somebody else. Just by, you know what, it's not for me, I'm gonna move on. If you enjoy it, more props to you.
Like, I have no problem with people disagreeing and saying it's.
I'm not gonna be like, oh, it's trash. Oh, that sucks. I'm forming my own opinion. If my opinion, if I don't like it, if it's not resonate with me, then I'm like, you know what, man, J. Cole was cool, but it's not for me.
Exactly. I can respect. I can respect an opinion when you've actually experienced it, when you listen to it, played it, whatever, in regards to gaming or music. When you've actually, you know, gave it a listen or tried it and you formulate your own opinion, then I could take it serious. You feel what I'm saying? It's one thing to be like, fuck it, let's use who's a rapper I'm not a fan of or whatever, but who's successful. Fuck it, Lil Yachty. We'll use Lil Yachty. I'm not a fan of Lil Yachty. I listen to a little bit of his music and it's not for me. But am I gonna say he's all out trash? Not to me personally. I'm just not a fan. It's just not for me. Therefore, I just keep it moving.
Lil Yachty can have a song that's a banger in the vault somewhere. We just haven't heard it yet.
Exactly. I'm just like, you know, it's just not for me, so I'm gonna keep it moving. I'm gonna move a different way. Exactly. But I'm not gonna sit here and say it's all out trash. I can form my own opinion and be all like, I don't like his music because it doesn't resonate with me. It doesn't have the content of lyrics for me. Like, I have reasoning for my taste. People say it's trash, jump on a bandwagon.
I think people that says they don't like stuff just to say they don't like it won't watch a movie, won't listen to it, won't play a game, but to hear somebody else says they don't like it.
Yep, they'll justify it. They'll justify their own. They'll justify by agreeing.
They're the dumbest head up their assholes. That really pisses me off. Oh, I don't like it. Did you watch it? No. Why you don't like it? I just don't like it.
I heard it was bad. That's my favorite line. I heard. Like
that dude in the store said the album sucks. So you know what? I don't know that dude. Never seen him in my life, but he must be right. You're a fucking fool.
I also got a quote really is because Andrew Schultz actually say this. He says humans are naturally a tribal people, and I agree with that. And it makes sense because, you know, we all identify as a certain way. We all kind of try to unify with a group that's like-minded to some extent. But the problem with that is people who are fully tribal and they don't formulate their own opinions are susceptible for A, danger, and B, to be fooled because they believe what everybody else is believing. It's okay. It's okay. Failure. It's okay to say I don't like J. Cole's album because I didn't like the beats fully. It's okay to say I didn't like his album because I felt like he was saying such and such. You know, I wasn't agreeing with some things he was saying. It's okay to be objective and have a reason. I hate when people say something's trash and they don't have a fucking reason for it. Like, if I come out and say Call of Duty Infinite Warfare is trash, I can back that up because I played it. I don't like it. You realize I can say it's trash? Because I don't like the guns in the game. They're easily forgettable. I don't like the kill streaks in the game. Easily forgettable. I don't like the bonuses you get for the maps. Forgettable. Like, I can back my reasoning for something I don't like up. But people just say trash because everybody's saying trash and don't have a thought in their head to justify it. That's one of the problems with, in my opinion, I hate to say
everything.
Well, with a lot of shit, but like with people posting what they think off of emotion and not thinking it through. Like, before I post anything, and granted, I was this, you know, kind of not mild manner, but ignorant when I was, you know, my early days of Facebook. I would just post what I thought immediately without even combing it over fully. Because, you know, I'm young and retarded. But some of these people are grown-ass adults, my age, Eric's age, and even older, posting stupid shit, or even some teenagers who claim they're woke, and then posting stupid shit before thinking. If you're so woke, you should understand the concept of thinking before speaking. You should understand the concept of thinking and getting your ideas in check before speaking or posting them. Because the thing is,
get your thoughts together first before you open your damn mouth.
People will post anything for the hope of retweets, for the hope of likes, for the hope of anything. So when
it's attention, man.
Exactly. So when people say that, you know, J. Cole's album is trash, they're like, okay, let me go ahead and say that. Get some likes, some retweets, cause so I can get more people who
get in an argument with somebody so they can keep coming back.
Exactly.
And give them the attention I want.
So they can just keep, you know, coming back and do this, that, and the third. I'm like, you don't need to do that. It's okay to be objective and have a reason for your objectivity. It's not okay to just sit there and be like, it's trash, and I have a fucking reason. Now, is Jay...
Remember that? Hold up. Remember that Slim Jesus kid, that song Drill Time?
Yeah.
I heard about it. I watched the video. The beat was dope. So I commented. I was like, yo, this dude is trash lyrically. The beat is nice. So some guy saw my comment. He had to say something. He said, oh, this for real nigga. I was like, okay, real nigga, you must not have ears because this dude is garbage. He talking shit that he knows nothing about.
And admitted to it.
He just he's spitting straight ignorance and just the dumb shit. Talking about he'll pop this and do that. And then he got ran up on and he went opie on the motherfucker in a quick second. What are you talking about, guy? I'm from Mayberry. No, he wasn't from the street talking about he gonna millywop people.
Here's the comedy about the whole about shit like that.
People just want to argue because they want that attention. That's why I don't do that shit anymore.
People are looking for a reason to argue. People look for a reason to argue to try to make themselves feel better and have a more superior, or make themselves feel superior. That's what they do. They will just sit there and poke at you or just comment some slick shit or say some stupid shit so they can feel superior. Like, why are you arguing? Blah, 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 blah. Like, y'all can look at my Rage Quit video, 2K.
Dance, puppet dance. I got you.
Yeah, like, I got, like, my favorite thing is, I got you triggered. Like, you commented, I responded, and now I'm triggered because I responded. Like, my whole thing is I can have a legitimate, like, debate about something with people who are willing to debate. I don't have time for stupid shit. Like Jay-Z said, people look at you all bougie and whatnot when you don't argue with them. It's like, no, I just don't have time for stupid shit. I fully fucking agree.
Why give yourself the headache? Or because somebody else is dumb?
Like, I tell people whenever they comment stupid shit on my videos, you can, like, go on my 2K fucking Rage Quit video. I literally was telling them, think before speaking. Think before speaking. Or, no, I was saying think before it becomes illegal. And the motherfuckers still kept commenting. Oh, you're trash. You know what you're doing. You don't have cheese. I'm like, I don't want cheese. Think before it becomes illegal. You just need to let it go, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, but you're commenting.
Sent me a message on PSN not too long ago. I put it up on Twitter.
Yeah, I seen it.
He said, he was like, I like your videos. I just said, okay, thank you. Then he wrote back, psych, you suck. Quit YouTube. You something about David Von Hars. You're try hard. Now, I'm a try hard. I said that, thank you. I'm thinking to myself, I'm a try hard at a game. It's not my fault that I'm better than you, or I happen to be better than you at this game.
It's like
that's not my fault.
It's like
I'm
okay.
Playing like I don't play Madden. I don't play 2K because I'm not good at them. But if you beat me in Madden, I'm not going to send you a message talking about how trash you are when I lost 3-80.
It's like, clearly I'm just not that good.
It's not for me. This not my lane. It's not my circle. So I'm gonna kick back and let the other people play. At Fortnite, am I a decent player? Yeah. But I'm not like these dudes that be building towers and motels and restaurants
In
and shit
seconds.
like that.
In seconds.
I'm like, I don't even think, like, how they fingers move that fast?
Motherfuckers is nice at this Fortnite shit. Whew.
That's the thing. People say, "Oh, you're a tryhard." I'm like, no, I'm not a tryhard. I just try not to lose because no matter what your KD is, no matter what is that, the object of every game is to win.
You play multiplayer to win.
Anything.
Like you play multiplayer to compete.
Last of Us, God of War, you're playing to beat the game, not to stop in the middle point of the game. Like, oh man, that boss fight was good. I'm going to stop there. No, you want to move on to the next part, just like in a competitive game, whether it's football, shooters, battle royale. If you win, you move on to the next match and play different people.
Especially fighters. Holy shit.
Exactly, fighters. Dragon Ball, Super, whatever, Z Fighters, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, whatever that shit's called. Play is to win. Why can't people get that concept? And there's people out there that are better.
Because people like to imagine. The thing about it is that a lot of these people play online and things of that sort is A, they talk about how good they are, right? B, when they play, in their inner circle and things like that, they always show that they're good. They play like locally or, they play at a friend's house, they have like a good game. You see, I'm so good at this, whatever. But when they play against somebody who's actually good, it stuns them for a little bit. Like, there's somebody better than me. I'll equate this to me playing basketball in real life. I prefer playing people who are on the same level as me and better. I don't like playing people who are below my talent level because I don't learn anything from them. I don't gain anything. While I can help them and teach them some shit, I don't gain anything. So when I play people like of my skill level, it gives me a challenge that I can figure out my kinks. When I play somebody better than me, it kind of gives me that ego check, like, you're not that fucking good. Like, you still got a whole lot more work to do. And I thrive off that. People don't thrive off of competition. They just want to be the best at everything. Or in their respective rights or whatever. Although they...
Get the easy win.
Yeah, they can't imagine, actually earning it. So when I play people who are better than me, it makes me go harder and it makes me think about, like, if I beat this person, then I can beat the next guy or whatever. Like, it's always that next level, like new level, new devil type shit. So if I beat somebody who's better than me, I want to find a person who's better than him and beat him and keep that shit going. Like, I don't want to play somebody who's, not as good as me and then beat them because I don't gain anything. Like, all that is like a little ego thing. Like, if I play with like one of my nephews one-on-one, I'm gonna smash him. I'm 6'1" with a long fucking wingspan who can dunk. My nephew's like fucking 5'4", 5'3" or whatever, kind of short and stocky or whatever, and he doesn't hoop like I do. So if I was to beat him, it's not going to be the same as if I was to play, some niggas I went to high school with and who went to, college level. It's not going to be the same. Like, if I beat them niggas who played in college, which I have it on a few occasions, shameless plug. But if I beat them niggas in college, then I'm like, okay, I compete. But when I go play niggas who play, like, overseas, professionally, I'm like, okay, that's a whole nother challenge for me. I get excited off of challenges. A lot of these people play online, they don't like that. They just want to play and be all like, oh, I just want to be the best. I just want the easy win and things like that. Although I will admit, sometimes I play Call of Duty, I just want to play no tryhards who, are trying to go 30-0, camping, shit like that. I understand that aspect of it. But I also understand I can't escape that shit because some people are just naturally better at the game than me. It's just that easy. It's just that easy. Some people are just naturally better.
You always gonna find somebody better. Just like there's people out there that's 10 times better than me in COD. There's people out there that I'm 10 times better than COD.
Exactly.
We were playing the other day. It was me, my boy K-Dog, who is V-Boss. That's my boy K-Dog. So it was me, him, and the homie Perry. We played, I think we played like, we were getting off. I was streaming, we were getting off. This guy gets on mic because we weren't in a party chat. He's like, oh, because I'm level 1,000, Perry's level 1,000. He's running his trap. Oh, he goes 6 and 3. He gets in the game late. Oh, because we lost that game. Oh, 2 level 1,000s. Oh, my stream. Oh, get wrecked. I was like, you know what? I was about to get off, but I think I'm going to stay on for one more game.
Oh, yeah.
Stay ass, and he have nothing to say, right?
That's just for the culture.
He was like, oh, you're level 1,000. You should beat us. And then one other guy come, he asked me to throw his 2 cents. Oh, it's just a game. Why don't you calm down?
Thank you.
I said it was. I was like, it wasn't a game when you were winning, right? When you won, it wasn't a game. But when you lost, that's what I don't like. See, I took my L. I didn't talk no shit. I said, you know what? I think I'm gonna play another one.
You just gotta
play another one.
My whole thing is keep that same energy.
He got whooped. Now when they got whooped, oh man, it's just a game. Just like I just can't stand this competitive stuff. When you lose, it's just a game. But when you win, nothing to be said. Now we beat that dude ass so bad. I went to his Twitch. Talk no shit. I said hello. He shut the whole thing down.
I mean, the fact of the matter is people love to talk shit when they beat somebody who's really good or at a higher level, but when they lose, it's like, oh, you're supposed to. My whole thing is keep that same energy. If you was all happy when you lost, then be like, hey, fuck it, you beat me. Keep that same energy when you lose. Keep that same fucking energy.
When they lost, you could hear a fly fart in the wind. It was so quiet.
Like, that's just the truth of the matter. Keep that same energy all the way around. Like, be all like, hey, bro, you won. Let's run that shit back. That's how I am. Like, whenever I play somebody who's better than me in basketball or, like, you know, in Tekken and shit like that, unless you're lagging, I want to run that shit back. This is why I like playing against the homie SMG, Chef, and all them back when we was playing Tekken 24/7. Because they were, I don't know if I want to say they're fully better than me, but they probably were low-key. But when I played against, oh, fuck, I forgot his name.
I be getting it in them fighting games.
Oh, facts. But when we played, I played Lee Xiaolon. Shout out to the homie Lee, who's actually on my friends list. When I played against him, he's way better than me at Tekken with Lee, and was beating my ass. And I kept wanting to play him. I kept wanting to play these dudes who are better than me, because I want to learn, and I want to get better, and I like competing. Because when I beat you, that's a feeling of satisfaction that I get. Like, I beat you.
I was playing, when the UFC beta came out, I was playing with DMV. He beat me, but I was like, yo, show me how to do that. So this is a good move, you know what I'm saying? I want to learn. I'm not going to be like,
no, fuck that.
You play this all the time. Show me what I can do to win too.
Nah, if I'm talking shit, then I'm like, bro, you play this all the time. Fuck you. But I'm still gonna play the game though. There's a difference. People like will talk all that shit, then leave. I'm like, man, you ain't shit. Run that shit back though. But anyway, J. Cole album.
So it's like there's no more fun. There's no more good, clean, fun in gaming now. It's all about who's better. I'm better than you. You suck.
My whole thing is, if you're gonna sit there and talk about how you better than me, prove it. Prove it. Don't sit there and talk that shit. I'm a man of action. Keep that same energy. Put some action behind them words. Fuck your talking. But anyways, God of War. My bad. I lost train of thought because hold up. Before we get on to God of War fully, J. Cole album is not trash. It's definitely worth a listen. If you don't feel all the beats, understandable. But if you feel the message, you should, because it's laid out flat. He leaves it simple for all people who can understand it. He doesn't have any crazy metaphors that will go over people's heads fully. Check it out. It's worth a listen. It's on Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, probably every way possible. Check it out. It's dope. On to God of War. Whew.
Phenomenal.
Whew. Bruh. God of War. The people at Santa Monica, y'all did y'all thing. And keep this in mind. I haven't even beat the game yet. I'm like 12, 13 hours in easy. Easy 12, 13 hours in.
I don't even know where I'm halfway through it or not.
Exactly, and I kind of like that. And the fact of the matter is, the story gets deeper as far as, you know, Norse mythology goes, because I'm doing a little research on that
No
shit.
spoilers now, but let's not drop any spoilers.
Oh, hell no, because I know people in my chat haven't played it yet. So, with all respect, I'm not finna, but...
I will say this. Walk through on the channel.
Oh, yeah, go ahead and plug that.
Walk through on my channel. Check it out if you want to. But, yo... boss fight.
Oh, so okay. I'm sorry. Y'all gonna have to get this one little quick spoiler work. The first boss fight of this game puts you in there already. Like you already know what time it is by the first boss.
They said that first boss fight is better than most of the end boss fights in different games.
That boss fight gets you into the game. Like shout out to the homie Max. So I appreciate the compliment, brother. But dog, God of War. Like I've been streaming this shit at least every day or every other day at least, and the story is excellent. Everybody's worried about his son. I will say he turns to a little savage. That's all y'all getting out of me. He turns to a little savage. But you see,
when you upgrade him,
I have all his upgrades. I have him maxed out. Facts. But Kratos, you see the side of Kratos that you've seen with him in Pandora. I will tell y'all that much. That really protective type side, you see that with Kratos. And everybody's like, oh, I don't want to see him become a bitch. Oh, Kratos ain't no bitch.
Kratos far from bitch. But this is the thing right here. You know how I don't know, it's not the sophomore jinx because you know there's God of War Ascension, Ghost of Sparta, you know, all the other sequels or whatever, but they did not they threw the damn ball. They can't even drop it, they threw it, it was so damn good.
Bro, the way that the execution on this game, the storytelling, the seamless gameplay to cinematic thing, like they did take notes from the Drake and what's Last of Us thing with the intuitiveness of like you're watching the cutscene, then all of a sudden like the cutscene stops and you don't know it, so you're standing there, but you actually can move your controller. Like, hey, what's that in the Perry? Wow,
Perry, call him. That's my boy. Call him.
What up, Perry?
Yeah, he's been a sub of mine for a long time, and I had to. Oh, when he come in, I always got to stop because I don't want to say this.
Yo, Perry, I'm gonna give you that one, dog. That's fire right there. That is fire.
Never got me, and I always talk about he almost got me one time, but he never got me. Just call him Perry.
I had to stop. I was like, what the? Oh, okay, yeah. But anyways, the storytelling in this game is fire. The way that they go from cinematic to gameplay from that first boss fight. That first boss fight is phenomenal. Like I was playing this shit on stream, like getting turned the fuck up because you see Kratos turn into that Ghost of Sparta that we know him to be. Like. Kratos ain't no bitch. And when you talk about his little boy, his son, oh, that nigga loses it. Like, everybody was worried about Kratos being, you know, a little soft or whatever. Oh, he ain't soft. He's from the wish a nigga woods 24/7. 24/7.
He the real catch me outside.
He really is. Like, my man's is really about that action. And it's refreshing, though. Because
that boss fight is so good, it could have been at the end of the game. It would have been, you've been totally satisfied.
It was like... It's been a minute since I played a boss fight that is gave me fucking goosebumps. I actually have goosebumps live on stream, but it's rare that a boss fight gives me goosebumps and gets me amped for the game. Because the game kind of starts off slow. Like we all seen like a little intro thing about, you know, you're walking through the forest with your son, trying to take him on his little first hunt. You fight the troll, this and the third. But then from there, it's like that roller coaster. All you hear is click, 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 and you're at the peak at that boss fight.
I know you're in there. Come out, and we like you go out there. You like, man, look at Kratos, dude, like 6'9". You know, we know him from the other games. This dude all small and stuff, and we like, man, Kratos gonna smash this dude. I'm about to smash dude. But hold up, no spoilers. But the tides turn real quick.
Yeah, you don't see that shit coming though, because like, it ain't too big of a spoiler. Like, dudes are piecing Kratos, and Kratos is eating them shits.
Yes.
Like he's like, the fuck is this? And
that fight is literally like 4 to 3 minutes long.
Worth it though. The entire process, like from the cutscene to the fight, is worth it because he eats some shits. Socks dude's like, I'm gonna fucking kill you now, and then dude's like, no, you're not. And that's when the fight turns up. And you just find out you want to do more research on Norse mythology for one, because I'm actually reading up on some of this shit. Norse mythology is intriguing, dope, especially the big ass snake. Who will become one of y'all favorite characters who doesn't say shit to me, as far as aesthetically. He's like one of my favorite
I know
things.
a lot about Norse mythology and all that other shit, but I can't wait because you know it's all up. There's one about God of War, the old ones. You always fight the gods.
Yep.
I cannot wait to scrap with these Northmen's gods, man.
Let Odin pull up. Let Odin pull up. It's on site.
I'm itching to get to get Thor these hands, man.
Oh my god. And the best part about it,
catch up with Thor.
You literally giving them the hands though. Like you go from your axe to like your fist, and your fist like will, you know, do more shit. Giving the nigga them hands feels so satisfying. It
If Kratos pops up in the second part of Infinity Wars, I won't be mad.
Low key, if he just pops up, what's up, pussy nigga? Oh shit, Thor, you might want to run. You want zero smoke. But I'm telling you, this game is definitely worth the 60. Like I'm definitely doing a review when I eventually beat it because it's gonna take me for me to beat it. But it's dope. The story's excellent. If you hear people talk about how great it is, it's rightfully earned. Visually, like, and I'm on the old PlayStation, by the way, and the game still looks phenomenal. Still looks phenomenal. Like, it's rare.
On my monitor, this shit looks so clean.
I will say there are a few frame drops though. That is not completely and totally like, oh my god, deal breaker, but it does drop frames on occasion between.
What game is, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it does drop it, and it is worth noting. I did encounter a pretty hilarious glitch where, you know, like when you go into like the finish him animation for like the regular enemies and shit, and like he'll like, you know, run and stomp on them. I encountered this glitch live on stream where I did that. He started running with the person, and he doesn't slam him. And he just kept running in one place and then spun it and finally finished him.
That happened to me a couple times too.
I was like, please don't break the game. That's all I was saying. Like, just don't break the game. Just don't break the game. Don't break the game.
Puzzles, they will get annoying.
Oh shit.
But that's God of War. It makes you think. You have to think. Something could be right in front of your damn face, and you're like, where the hell is it? It is right there.
A word of advice when you do play this new God of War is to look up. The name of the game is Look Up. Because a lot of the shit you're trying to find is up. I can't tell you how many puzzles and shit that I was doing on live streams when I was trying to figure out a puzzle or something quick, and the answer was above my head. Or like around me. I will give them this about the puzzles this year. They kind of dumbed it down, because before you'd have to like do like a time trial where you have to like run, grab a bomb, throw it over here, fucking blow it up, slow time down, hop on some pillars and shit. Like they kind of dumbed it down for a little bit, because I think the primary focus of Santa Monica's game this time is story based. Like they didn't want to stray too far away from puzzles, because they know that people are accustomed to puzzles in God of War.
Have you made it to Jotunheim yet?
Yeah, I think I'm there. I think I should pass that.
So, did you see when the big frost giant was laid out?
Yeah.
Amazing.
I'm actually in hell right now.
Oh my god, that game is phenomenal. It's definitely worth the 60.
It's definitely worth the 60, but I will say I did notice a few things. Everybody was worried about the controls, and I'll be the first one to say I was a little worried about using R1 and R2 to use it. But once you play the game and you actually get the full understanding of like their control layout, it actually matches the gameplay.
I'm not gonna lie, I got kind of confused with it because I'm so used to the, you know,
square and triangle,
triangle, you know, something with the head.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, you know what I'm saying?
It will get a second. Get used to it. By the time you get past maybe the first chapter, roughly, you'll kind of get the hang of it. Cause you didn't hear me live on my live streams and shit. I was pressing square like fuck, that was supposed to be a parry, or goddamn, I was trying to do a heavy attack. It's a little bit of like a brain twist, but the way that I kind of beat it a little bit was that I remember For Honor, and For Honor, you know, you use R1 and R2 to attack, and once I started thinking about that, it became second nature for me, and it became easier for me to play. But the story's dope. The controls are actually, they match the game and it's fire. The first boss fight, I will keep stressing the first boss fight, because at first the game starts off slow. When you get to that first boss fight though, that shit, like you become invested to the game at that point. You're like invested in it. Like let's get it. Like
you guys really don't understand how epic this first boss fight is. Like we cannot push that enough. That boss fight was just it was raw. It was a straight knuckle on knuckle rawness. It was a brawl.
And I'm about 4 to 5 bosses in, and them like the way they executed because I feel like Santa Monica knew that they had to immediately sell the game. Because people came in skeptical about it. You know, Kratos is older. He has a beard. He has a son. Is the son gonna be a little bitch? Kratos gonna be, you know,
like what happened after he dove off the rock?
People were skeptical, so they were like, we have to get them invested in this. Like, we have to give them something out the gate where they're all like, all right, we know what time it is. And they did that the first boss fight.
Damn, I don't know if this is a spoiler, but I want to say it anyway. I hope this is not a spoiler, but my thing is, at the end when he jumped off the mountain after he killed Zeus.
Mm-hmm.
Midgard now, which is quote unquote Earth. Where the hell was he before? Because there's Olympus, Midgard, and the other realms. You know what I'm saying? Like he had to be in Midgard because he was from Sparta. But one thing I hope to catch that they explain further in the story, because like he wasn't in Olympus the whole time because he had to go to Olympus to fight the gods.
Yeah, he had to go there with Gaia.
Yeah, but this is the thing about God of War. Like the first God of War, what was the main boss fight? It was the Hydra.
That shit
God of War 2.
The ass. Zeus. No, it was the big ass. The statue.
The Iron Man statue.
Yep.
The bronze soldier.
Yep.
And then part 3, it was Poseidon was the first fight.
Yep.
That's what I like about God of War. Every epic ass fight is early in the game.
They get you into it, like, you know, you don't realize how much of a badass Kratos is. Like, they sell you on Kratos immediately in all 3 games, and they did the same shit with this one. Like, oh, Kratos ain't losing a step yet. That was the thing. They're like, people are like, oh, he's all soft and shit. Out the gate, Kratos is kind of, you know, like laid back-ish a little bit, you know, more of the teaching. But when you put him in the battles, he's about that action.
He started a new life. He laid low. That's why he lived in the mountains or whatever. That's why he was like, you know, he told the guy, he was like, I don't want no problems. Just when he exact words, he said, whatever you seeking, I do not have.
Yep, just that easy. Just, I don't want no problems. And then dude's all like, oh no, Odin wants you. All right, I know what time it is now.
But you got to kill. I mean, there's like in the God of War story, there's no more Olympians. He killed Hercules. He killed Hera. He killed the only one that he didn't kill was Aphrodite, but he killed Ares.
You don't want to kill Aphrodite, though. You don't want to kill Aphrodite. Nah, you got to keep her.
He killed Zeus. he killed the Titans. He killed Hercules' brother. He killed
wait for the speed past the fact that he ain't beat the brakes off Hercules. Like, everybody else got a quick death in comparison to Hercules.
Brakes off Hercules.
Everybody else got a quick death.
What's the one from Clash of the Titans? That's his brother too. Remember, he killed him in the he killed him in 3. He was the one hanging up in the thing.
Hephaestus?
Hephaestus. He killed Hephaestus. There are no more Olympians. There's no more.
He killed everybody.
Now he got to tangle with the Asgardians, Valhalla-ish, whatever you want to call them fools.
He did not care.
Phenomenal.
He does not care. And the thing about it, like Kratos,
to show you how raw Kratos is at the end of God of War 3, after you bash Zeus' head in and your screen is blood red, you can still keep hitting the button, and he's still smashing his head in.
That's how much he hated Zeus, and it makes sense. Who was the guy that he fought at the beginning of the game? Hey, yo, Perry, I can't tell you, bro. I ain't trying to spoil it, but just know the dude who he fought at the beginning of the game was OP as fuck. And once you find out why he's OP, once you find out why the dude that Kratos fought is OP, then
watch the walkthrough, Perry.
Yeah, you'll find out, because you end up finding the dude's name out like maybe 12 minutes into the game. Like, after you fight him and shit, like, you and your son start talking a little bit, then your son tells you. But I like the consistency of Kratos. Yeah, Hercules got fucked up. Like, Hercules got the worst death out of all of them. Like, Poseidon, you know, he got his eyes gouged and his neck broke. While it is painful.
He killed Hermes and took Hermes' head and his shoes? Yo!
Nah, he straight up said run them shoes, bro. Like, Hermes got shoe jack.
He was walking around with Medusa's head and Hermes' head. Hermes' head was like he used it as a flashlight. Come on, man.
Like, fuck, what was it?
Kratos, I see why Kratos was in Mortal Kombat, which one
9.
was it? 9? Beast!
Like, he beat the brakes. Hold up. He first gouged Poseidon and then broke his neck, which it is painful but quick compared to what Hercules got. He killed fucking Hades by taking his soul or whatever, right? He then killed like fucking Hermes the messenger by chopping off his fucking legs and taking his shoes. He then killed Apollo.
Took his head too.
No, Apollo's the one who got his head taken off because Hermes had the shoes.
That was Apollo the light.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
You're right.
He ripped Apollo's head off of his neck. Hold up. We ain't supposed to be past this shit. He ripped it off of his neck. You realize how much strength...
Use it for a flashlight.
You realize how strong you have to be to do that shit? That is the type of, like... That is God-level strength times 10 to rip somebody's head off of his neck.
Let's get over one key element you skipped over. The motherfucker took the sword of Olympus to the stomach and got all his power stuck out, and still, after Gaia healed him,
oh yeah, he did,
killing everybody. He lost all his. Zeus took all the God of War power from him.
Yeah, he didn't have his God of War shit because Zeus killed him in the second one. So that's even more crazy.
God of Olympus, it took everything out of him, all his God of War power. And he had nothing.
And he rips that head off. And rips somebody's head off. So between Apollo and Hercules, they got probably the worst deaths. Because Hera, she got an easy death. He just broke her neck. Just crack, bitch, you dead. But my man,
he used her in puzzles though. That was funny.
Yeah, that was some savage shit. But he ripped the dude's head off. punches Hercules' face into a bloody pulp, and did the same exact thing to Zeus. And the reason why Zeus isn't as painful, because it's fucking Zeus. But Hercules, he ain't no Zeus.
The only death he regretted was Athena, because Athena jumped in the front of Zeus while Kratos was about to stab him.
Yeah, Kratos was not trying to kill Athena. Athena was the one who cared about him. Athena was like the only god who cared about Kratos, or so she made it seem, or whatever, right? But she jumped in front of him.
It was legit, though. It was, but Zeus is her dad, though. Come on.
I get it, but it's like, you know the fuck shit that you'll... Because remember, at the end of the third one, that's when she told him, like, once you release Pandora's box, you released all the evils that came with it. And Zeus got consumed with paranoia and evil, which is why he was doing so much fuck shit.
But that's why he also wanted Kratos dead, because he knew Kratos was his son, and he thought that Kratos was going to overthrow him.
Yep, and Kratos was like, I was just trying to be a god,
because
nigga.
Ares was in this. I mean, Ares was in his place.
Yep.
All his other kids they were all in their lane. Kratos was totally different. But you know, in the mythology of Zeus, the motherfucker had over 300 kids.
Oh, Zeus out here raping, because he fucking raped his wife. Like,
kids, but. What's the one from Clash of the Titans again? Perseus. Perseus and Hercules were the only ones that had godlike power.
Yeah, Hercules is OP because he's just strong for no fucking reason. That's the fucking Hercules. But them niggas got some of the worst. Like, those three got the worst deaths: Apollo, Hercules, and Zeus. But I'd probably say Hercules and Apollo, because Apollo felt his neck getting ripped. And Hercules is a demigod. He's not a full god. And got his face beat to a bloody pulp. And not only that, he got the weight of a stage dropped on his chest. And then beat to a bloody pulp.
The thing about it is, because when Zeus got the Sword of Olympus, he took all of his power. So he had the power of the god of war.
Yep.
So now Kratos, he's not going there with no special powers except for the little fucking wings of
fucking I know what you're talking about.
The sun.
Hold up. I'm looking this shit up. I'm trying to Icarus.
Hephaestus got a nasty ass death too. You know the forger?
Yeah, he got stabbed in the chest. I felt bad for his, so I really did. Cause I feel sorry for Hephaestus, because I remember, like, you do the thing that stabs him in the chest or whatever, and he's all like, protect my daughter. I was like, I was like, but you gotta go, bro. You trying to kill me? You gotta go.
And you see how he was stuck in that volcano making the weapons? He was like, it was like he was too big for it.
Yeah, he was like damn near a giant.
Like, visually, these games do not disappoint.
They don't. They get you into the world. They get you into the story. You want to know more about the characters. You want to know more about the lore and shit like that. Like, I remember playing God of War when I was like in middle school, and I was always into Greek mythology, because I've always liked to name fucking Athena and Apollo. That might be my kids' names in the future, but like I've always liked those names, and I've always liked the mythology behind it. Like how they each have like their own godlike, how they're all gods, but they have like their own like lanes of powers and shit like that they're really good at. And I remember talking to kids in my school about it. I was like, yeah, Athena's like the goddess of war type shit. She's a great tactician like that. Ares is a god of war.
God of the wisdom. She's a god of
wisdom. The goddess of wisdom and strategy and shit like that. You got Ares, the god of war. You got Zeus, the god of lightning and thunder, the dad of all the gods, shit like that. And the motherfucker was like, you learned this from God of War? I was like, nah, I kind of knew this, but it enhanced it.
Actually, Zeus is the youngest, because Hades is older than it's Poseidon and Zeus. Now, they all come from Kronos, which is the king of the Titans.
Yeah, the king of the Titans, the big dude.
Zeus is the smartest one out the bunch. That's why he's king of the gods. He outsmarted them.
Yeah, then Hades is all like, all right, brother, you got it. Just leave hell to me. That was it. Just leave hell to me.
You know how they decided that? They drew straws, and Hades caught the shortest straw.
Yep. But
Kronos would swallow his kids and imprison them, because Hera's Zeus's sister, and they're all it's a bunch of incest shit.
It's disgusting.
Because they're immortals. They're all immortals.
Like
Kronos swallowed all his kids, which was damn near all of them.
Yeah.
Imprisoned them because he didn't want nobody to overthrow him. Now Kronos' mother grabbed Zeus and a rock. She sent Zeus over to an island V of a falcon or some shit like that.
Yeah, it's like some type of bird, and then gave Hephaestus to Cronus
why,
a rock.
That's why Zeus always appears as a bird.
Yep.
But he swallowed the rock. Now, what Zeus did was he poisoned Kronos and made him regurgitate all his brother's system. That's when they start fighting the Titans.
Yep. Zeus was intelligent, but disgusting.
I know my shit.
But he was disgusting though. He was out. He raped his sister.
Yeah. Like Medusa. The reason why Medusa looks like that because Poseidon raped her, but Athena she couldn't do shit to Poseidon, so she took that shit out on Medusa.
Yep. And there's a bunch of incest, and it's disgusting when you think about it.
But the thing about Athena's temple mates, they're all supposed to be virgins. They're not supposed to be touched.
Yep.
And none of that.
And the crazy part is, I ain't even gonna lie, they made Medusa look kind of like fine in the first game though, but that's a whole different story. But whatever. But all in all, get God of War. Even if you haven't played the previous ones, I would highly recommend go on YouTube, look up
a fresh start.
Yeah, it's a fresh start, but I would highly recommend going on like YouTube and like looking up like God of War like story. And this channel, I think it's called like Inzunzi or whatever. This dude basically takes like the cutscenes from like the games,
makes a movie.
Yeah, makes a movie out of the cutscenes, and it's fire. And you can get caught up on all the shit. Granted, you might miss some details. You get the overall gist of it, and you will enjoy this game that much more. Because for fans who play the game, we enjoy it because we're like Kratos is still that nigga. We played it, we like watched his journey, this and the third, so we enjoyed it at the gate. But for people who haven't played it, they're gonna be like, yo, who's this Kratos cat? If anything, this will make people want to go play the older ones and figure out why we love Kratos so much even more.
Kratos is so badass. This motherfucker killed all the gods, then he killed the Titans,
all of them. All of them. All of them.
And him. So
he killed Kronos in the most savage of ways. I feel bad for Kronos. Kronos got the worst.
The game is a buy or a GameFly, whatever. If you can't afford it or whatever, you know, if the money's tight, if you can GameFly or you can red box it, whatever. But it is a must play.
Hell, go to a friend's house who has it.
If you like action games with some platforming, some brutal shit, this is the game for you.
And with a good story, definitely cop this shit. It has to be. You have to play this game. And if anything, this game made me more excited for the games that are going to release later this year, like Red Dead 2. Like,
I went to GameStop with my kids. I took my sons with me.
Yeah.
I got there at I didn't leave that bitch till 9. I waited almost 4 hours to get my game.
It is definitely worth the pickup. It's definitely worth the play. I would highly suggest playing it instead of watching it. That's just my personal opinion. Because while watching it is satisfying, when you play this shit and go through some of the boss fights, I put one of the boss fights up on my channel.
If you watch it, you then look at it as a movie that you're watching because the story's that good.
I'm telling you.
It will pull you in like you're watching a good movie.
It's like
look at the cinema about it.
It's like a simple storytelling. It's fire.
Game-wise, you have to do it in your hands. You gotta put the game in your hands.
I'm telling you, because like the storytelling, I'm not gonna say and make it seem like the story's like, oh my god, I haven't seen a story like this. If you've played games or read literature, you kind of see where the story is kind of going. You kind of get an overall understanding, but just how they're doing it and what they're like the characters they're using makes you that much more into it. So I would highly suggest playing God of War. GameFly it, Redbox it, borrow from a friend, get it allegedly. Just somehow get your hands on this fucking game and play this, and you will understand why everybody's giving it the high ratings that it rightfully deserves for being a new iteration in the God of War series and franchise.
The thing about this now, it's probably not for everybody, now, you know, but on my opinion, this is my opinion. To the hype, it's not disappointing at all. Challenges you got, you know, because like I said, some of the puzzles can get tedious and annoying, but as the farther you go in, the more you're gonna, and then you get to go to different realms, so that makes the game even longer. I cannot stress how much.
And there's side missions too, which amplifies it too.
I cannot stress how much a good game, because if you have a good game and you beat it within 4 hours, 5 hours, like damn, man, I wish it would have been a little bit longer. This game has length.
You at least are in double-digit hour regions when playing this shit. The side missions amplify the gameplay because it's not like a corny side mission. Go do this, go do that, and like there's no type of dialogue. There's dialogue. What's up?
How long has the game been out since the release?
Since Friday, so about 4 days roughly.
Check this out. I'm already on episode 10 of my walkthrough.
Case in point. Like, the game is definitely worth to pick up because, like, the side missions, there's actually interaction between the people who are giving you the side missions and, you know, Kratos and his son. The dialogue in between just doing random shit, like, there's constant dialogue. And, hold on, before we end this podcast, Kelly brought up a good
There's some
question.
humor in there, too.
Oh, there's funny. When you meet one of the characters, actually, like, 3 of the characters, you'll get a good laugh in. But, being objective, which is better, this, God of War or Horizon Zero Dawn? Being as I've watched Horizon Zero Dawn, and I'm gonna keep it all the way 100. The main reason why I didn't buy that game was because it just didn't appease me. Like, the concept itself was kind of cool, but the gameplay didn't attract me to it. But I'm not gonna sit here and shit on the game because I watched Chase's walkthrough and I was fully into the story. But
I pretty much have the same exact same wording that you do because, like, I saw the game. Now the game looks good, but I saw it so much on you know, all the press conferences, you know, PlayStation Experience, and it kind of just threw it out there, and I was like, okay, now I've seen it, you know. Now I don't have any. I'm not saying the game's bad, but I just didn't want to play it.
It kind of kept reminding me of Tomb Raider. I think that's what kind of turned me off about it. It kind of reminded me a lot of, like, Tomb Raider, and I'm not trying to say because as a girl in it before this gets misconstrued. It just reminded me a lot because, like, you know, the sneaking, the bow. It seemed like a prettier dystopian version or, like, prehistoric dystopian version of, like, a Tomb Raider. But I enjoy the concept of, like, there's, like, technology, but we're, like, kind of in a prehistoric living off the land type of way. Like, the concept was fire. But I will thoroughly say that God of War, in my opinion, as somebody who's played God of War from 1 to now, including PSP version, I almost said PS4 version, the PSP versions, who knows the story, knows the lore, this and the third, who's been invested in it, I'm saying God of War. But as somebody who, you know, has watched gameplay and who my mom even beat fucking Horizon Zero Dawn and things like that, I can say that I would respect the argument. I can respect the argument, but I would say that, in my opinion, I feel like God of War outclasses Horizon Zero Dawn. Mostly due to the fact that it's a franchise. Like, it has more games to back it up. Horizon Zero Dawn doesn't have that yet.
Because I've never played Horizon Zero Dawn. I've only played God of War, so I can't comment on Horizon Zero Dawn. So God of War would be better to me because I played those and put the time in, and I'm more invested in that. But not saying Horizon is not a good game. I just haven't played it, so I really can't comment on it.
It's a beautiful game. I will give Horizon that. That game is very pretty, but I will say, like Eric just said, like, I play God of War, so I know God of War. I didn't play Horizon, so I don't know Horizon that well. I just know the story because I watched a walkthrough on it, and I was like, okay, the story's pretty dope. But I'm more invested in the God of War franchise. I'm more invested in the combat that it has. Like, Horizon didn't necessarily intrigue me too much to want to play it. But I'm not going to sit here and say it's trash. It's a dope game, and I suggest that people would try it out if that's their league. But I would more so suggest God of War because, to me, it's more behind it. It's like more meat on it. It's like more meat on the bone.
If you can afford both of them, get them both and formulate your own opinion.
Exactly. But I'm saying God of War because I play God of War, I'm invested in God of War, and I love God of War. That's just my personal preference. That's just me. But we got about an hour and 30 minutes down there with the podcast this time. I hope you guys enjoyed. Eric, what's your closing statement?
Thank y'all for watching. Go subscribe to the channel. Like I said, if you can't play God of War, go check out the walkthrough. Thanks for coming every week, and that's about it for me.
Eric's link is in the description, as long as the homie Biggie's in the description. Hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. We will be back next week for episode 12. Hope you guys enjoyed episode 11. Make sure you go ahead and share, like this thing, all that good stuff. Go like the Facebook page. Go subscribe to everybody's channel. Do all that good shit.
All the good stuff.
Yeah, go ahead and show your support for a real one. It's your boy Woozle, your homeboy Eric, and we out.